Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day, and today we are here with a video on 10 ways to be inefficiently efficient in old school RuneScape. This is basically a video on things that I do that are not technically efficient and probably not even anywhere near efficient. And that's the thing that a lot of people in RuneScape are worried about a lot of the time. There are some people that base their life around it, and I too do like to be efficient sometimes when playing this game. I like to do it a decent amount because, you know, it means I'm getting stuff done. It means I'm going at a good pace. But every now and then, you gotta take a break. You gotta just sit back and work on other stuff if you'd like, and personally I do. Like hanging out with friends online, playing other games while I play RuneScape, you know, looking up stuff, watching YouTube videos, just tons of stuff. And I'd assume a lot of people are like that as well. You know, not everyone can play the game efficiently all the time. So here are the 10 ways that I went about progressing this account that I'm currently trying to max, and actually doing one of these AFK methods while I record this and make this video. But yeah, I've enjoyed the journey up until this point, and these are the 10 ways that I went about trying to make the grind a little bit easier on myself. So these are going to be in no specific order. I don't really have a listing or a preferred way to do it because I know it's pretty debatable. This is, again, a personal experience, just the way that I've been doing it, depending on how you play the game and what you like. You know, you can mix in different stuff, but I definitely enjoy the methods that I've went about being inefficiently efficient on this account, and we'll go ahead and get on into it with the first one. That is, I like to do nothing more than wait until every single farming tree that I do in my run is done until I go on my farming run. Like, if I look at my farm timers and it's probably a day or 2 days until my redwoods are done, I usually just push it off. I'm like, you know, we'll get it eventually, but at the end of the day, would I be better off probably just doing all my palm trees? Maybe. I mean, it's something that just makes me feel bad every day when I just leave the bank and don't do my daily. But honestly, dailies are something, and I guess dailies, hourlies, basically anything on a timed interval was something that kind of burnt me out of RS3 because they started to have a lot of those. So I really don't concern myself with them too much, and I kind of use that as a way to justify not doing the farm runs, but definitely one that I have struggled with up until this point. The second thing I do to be inefficiently efficient is blood runes, because your boy cannot stand lava runes. I mean, you're not making any money. Yes, the, you know, EHP the EHP rate of rune crafting is like over 70k, but I'm getting probably 60 because I'm not gonna pay that much attention or be that good. So, you know, once I compare 60 to like 35 or 40k with soul runes, I'm like, you know, I'm definitely gonna go with soul runes on that, and I guess a lot of people probably are at that point too in this game. Some of the high-level communities upset that, you know, people that are more casual like me can get rune crafting up through an AFK method, but honestly, it's nothing as OP as Runespan or anything like that, and I think the rates are pretty modest at 35 and 40k XP per hour, so I don't think it's anything too crazy. But yeah, blood runes is definitely one that I've been using a lot. This is one that I use more at the med game of Slayer. I don't really do it as much later, and that is cannoning Slayer tasks unnecessarily. Basically any task that I could take a cannon on that would just make it AFK, you know. You'll get Bloodfeld's task where you can't AFK them because they won't attack you, so I just throw up cannons on tasks like that so that I can actually AFK, and sometimes I even have to, you know, pray melee so that I don't die using a cannon. And those are both things that I was willing to do for a little bit more AFK time during Slayer. Another thing I do with Slayer that's not technically efficient if you're going for 99, I love to do bossing Slayer. Now, some of the more meta bosses that you get, like Vorkath and Cerberus and other bosses that you can get through the boss list, they can make you money, and those are definitely efficient, but efficient's a weird word to use, because if you talk to anyone like real high level community, that like efficient is like 10 mil an hour, but that's not your average person. So I would say Vorkath's efficient as a task, along with, you know, whatever makes you a good amount of money, but you really shouldn't be doing too many of them. I'll do like Kraken and Thermi and stuff that isn't too great, but it's stuff I enjoy. So eases that burden on the road to 99. This is another one for kind of the med levels that I did a decent bit, and I was stringing jewelry. Now this one's, I think, pretty inefficient, because really what you should be doing is bursting or barraging basically as soon as you can start doing that on either Dust Devils, Necreals, maybe even Abbey Demons, just tasks that you get. It's good to burst those, and you're going to get 99 probably through that anyways, but I liked just stringing jewelry. It's really AFK and decent magic XP per hour, like pretty good magic XP per hour if you don't consider bursting or barraging, but you know, hard to do that. So stringing jewelry is kind of something I like to do every now and then as a little bit of a break. Wintertodt is another one. Fire making, for the most part, almost every level should be done. through regular logs. Depending on how much money an hour you can make, magic logs from 75 to 90 are a bit weird, but Wintertodt really isn't the way to go, but I enjoy it there. It's just really chill, and obviously it's a bit more AFK, and you know, the chat's something. It's entertainment. I always tell people, don't actually, you know, don't think too deep into it. I think it's all memes. I interpret everything said at Wintertodt as a meme, and if you do that, you'll be fine. But Wintertodt is definitely something I'd go to every now and then. The next one is one that is so goddamn sweaty, and I appreciate Eevescape for throwing me onto it. I made a video where he did Artie Knight with a foot pedal, so that got me thinking. I'm like, shit, man, I don't want to pay attention to thieving. Thieving sucks. Clicking the same Artie Knight a million times over, I don't want to do that either. So, got a foot pedal, it's like 20 bucks, and now I just pound out Artie Knight with that. It's not efficient. I should be doing blackjacking, or I guess maybe even pyramid plunder, but it's so easy, and definitely worth the 20 bucks, especially considering I can do Maniacal Monkeys with this, and I have other accounts, so it'll be useful in the future as well, so love it. So yeah, speaking in the same terms of a degenerate, that has a foot pedal, the next one is Maniacal Monkeys. I also really like Maniacal Monkeys. One reason right now is that currently with this quarantine thing going on, a lot of people home, a lot of people PKing. Black Chin's probably not a good place to be, so Maniacal Monkeys is a high-level alternative, is good for right now. And yeah, maybe I could do, you know, Red Chins or something, but if I'm looking for an AFK method, I can get like half or maybe a little more or less XP per hour depending on your levels of the efficient rate, and I'm barely paying any attention. And this allows me to do a lot of stuff, like, as I said, record this video, and just really, really nice overall. So definitely has helped out with the hunter grind. Now, the next one is one that I don't know. I don't know how many people actually cook Karambwans. It's a really, really intense cooking method where you just sit there and click back and forth on Karambwans in the fire over and over and over and over, and you can one ticket, and that makes for a lot of XP per hour, over a mil, I guess, maybe even a mil and a half. I don't know how it works out exactly, but somewhere in that ballpark, and it's a lot of XP per hour compared to any other cooking method you can do, but I don't necessarily always want to be doing that, because of course it is not that fun. So I would do it here and there, you know, whenever I wanted to get like sweaty with it, I would do that. I also played a lot of Call of Duty while I was doing cooking, and I would play like Search and Destroy with my buddies. I would cook sharks while I was in the round of Search and Destroy, and then when I died I would switch to Karambwans, and that was, I mean, it wasn't bad. It ended up working out, and that's just the way you can do it. But yeah, the Karambwans are nice, but of course, after a while of one ticking, it does get a bit rough. So I did do other food. I didn't do all Karambwans, but that's okay. As far as mining goes, I think this one is almost universal. I think a lot of people are going to Motherlode Mine. Now, there is a Volcanic Mine, or I think that's what it's called. That's like a good alternative, but you kind of have to learn a lot of stuff for that. Most people that don't want to learn Volcanic Mine, like myself, will try 3-tick granite mining, which is difficult to learn. You go and look at it, and it seems easy, but you gotta stay on pattern. You gotta be pretty good. Honestly, it makes you better at 3-ticking and getting into all that stuff. So if you want to look into it, do it. And I would do it every now and then just to see how good I could get at it, or how much better I could get. And I'd get decent rates, but again, a lot like one-tick Karambwans, it's just a very, very intense method. So I guess for people willing to learn Volcanic Mine, you could go ahead. I'm just a bit late in the game at this point to really go out and learn it. I don't know if it'll be that useful for me, considering I'm getting towards 99 mining, and so for that reason, I've just kind of stayed with Motherlode and mixing in some 3-tick granite every now and then. And finally, the greatest of all of them probably is the Redwoods. People do 2-tick, 1.5-tick woodcutting, just crazy woodcutting methods that are, really efficient and just probably not a lot of fun. I've never been one to woodcut in a tick fashion, although I do other stuff in a tick fashion. I don't know, woodcutting is just kind of sacred to me. I should be able to AFK that. That's my pride and joy. I got 99 woodcutting on RS3 doing those vines on the Varrock Castle. I'm not gonna go out and now 2-tick some teak trees. I'd rather just hang out in Redwoods and have a nice little AFK time, work on an alt account maybe, or watch something, learn something, just anything other than some 2-tick teak trees. So yeah, that's the 10 things that I do to be inefficiently efficient. I know it may have seemed like I'm just kind of shitting on some of the better methods, and that's by no means the case. It just tick manipulation and all of that stuff is cool, and For some people, I'm sure that you can do it for hours on hours without even caring. For me, after a decent bit of it, I do get a little bored, so I just got to mix it up, and I'm given reasons as to why I do that. Don't take it as a slight. I get it. People play the game differently, and that's okay. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like. Anything you want to tell me, you can leave it in a comment down below. And on top of that, if you want to see more videos like this as soon as they go live, make sure to hit that subscribe. And with that said, hopefully you guys have a wonderful day, and peace.